I'm Bonnie Curry. It's another episode of From the Couch. I'm super excited because this is 7th time down. Woo! Now you say woo. We're super excited about this. Like, you guys are not excited enough. Let's try it again with 7th time down. Woo! There we go. There we go. So I'm really excited that you guys are hanging out with me because I have a really important question for you. How do you guys feel about goats?
Well, I like the screaming kind.
I just, before I walked in here and sat down with you guys, a friend of mine just sent me a video. She has adopted a goat. It's a tiny little baby goat. I desperately want one. So here's my question for you guys. If you could have any kind of pet, what would you have? Because mine would be a goat.
Fainting goats?
Fainting goat? Is it?
No, they're not the fainting goats. They don't faint. These are not. It's just like a little baby goat, and he jumped up and down on her dog, and it's the darlingest, most precious little thing I've ever seen in my life. I desperately want one. I feel like my happiness is going to be achieved.
Pocket glider?
Those
are pretty cool.
Those are pretty cool.
What's a pocket glider?
It's like a little tiny, like, flying squirrel.
It flies in your pocket. You hold it open, and
you should look at videos. People have them. They'll be on like a second floor. You open your pocket,
and they just glide in.
And it just fits in your pocket.
It will fly into your pocket.
It'll fly into your pocket.
Yes.
Glide.
It sounds like a bat.
If you were in this lobby from the top floor into your pocket.
You want that.
They're furry and cute.
Is it a bat?
I mean, can
Negatory.
dogs
Do you know
that?
if it's a bat?
Not a chance. I just said furry and cute. What?
I don't want a pet at all.
You don't want a pet at all?
I have a hard enough time keeping my kids alive.
Wait a second. I'm backing away slowly. So you don't want a pet?
It's challenging enough to keep my kids fed.
I used to have a cat. My neighbor stole it in the most polite way possible.
How?
She started feeding it. Like better food than we had.
Cats will truly just go to whomever feeds them the best kind of food.
The other day I saw her, she moved down the street further away, and she said, "Don't you worry about your cat now. He sleeps in the bed with us. He's fine. We love him to death." Yeah, we had I totally threw away my litter box the other day, and I just
What do your kids think? Do the kids miss the cat?
Kind of, but then, we go on bike rides, we see him down the road a little.
You're like, hey, that's our cat. He's doing great. He's fine.
Let's just pet him a little bit. We don't have to feed him.
So catching up with your families, let's talk about how you guys are doing this. Because I saw that you guys are doing how many cities on this tour that's coming up? Is it 20?
Yeah.
20 cities. 20. Okay, so with families and your kids, how do you guys do this? Because that strikes me as being a challenge on its own when you're stationary, with kids and trying to do that. How are you guys managing to juggle your families and your career and try to be the dads you want to be?
I don't know.
You don't know? You haven't figured
I don't know.
That one out?
Yeah, I think it's like every year it looks different because your kids are different ages.
Yeah. How old are your kids now?
More. I got an 8-year-old daughter and a 3-year-old daughter.
Okay.
So my family needs 100% of me all the time.
Yeah.
And this ministry demands the same thing.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily think it's like juggling it. I think it's like, making sure my family gets what they need all the time. And then priority 2 is the band and making sure what's left goes there and things below that. You know what I mean? It's
Can
just
you
priorities.
Look at somebody? So I know that you guys, when you're on the ground with fans who want to tell you, okay, this is what you guys have meant to me, and that's incredible. Do you guys find yourself sometimes going, listen, I love that. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I gotta go. I want to be with my family. Do you ever find that's a difficult challenge for you to say that out loud?
I don't know that it's hard. We'll almost never stop somebody who's telling us about how the songs impact them, because that is something we get to take home with us and say that that's the reason why we're leaving our family. The thing that's difficult is when there are other things that you want to do. You want to go out and sign autographs for the basic fan. You want to do those things, and you go out and do it anyway. It's difficult not to at times cut that short and say, hey, maybe we're just going to do autographs, no pictures, or just pictures to make the line quicker, because you want to call your wife before she goes to bed and that kind of stuff. So those are the difficult ones. When somebody's telling us about a story that impacts them, that is ministry to us. It's ministry to our hearts, because why? I don't like music enough to just do this if it's not impacting lives. I'll be at home with my kids,
What have you guys had to cut short in your own lives to manage both these things? Because that's some pretty full-time stuff. So personally, what have you guys had to let go of on your own to make time and make room to juggle these things?
A cat. That choice was made for me.
This poor cat. Seriously, I worry for the cat. What about you? Have you had to walk away from anything that you've gone, okay, I really love doing this, but playing World of Warcraft is not going to work out, what have you had to walk away from?
So it's kind of funny. My wife and I always talk about this because people are like, well, what are your hobbies? And I'm like, really don't have hobbies. Like if I'm home, I'm literally just hanging out with my wife. Like that's my hobby. I think that part of that's just where we travel so much that when we're home, it's the last thing we want to do is like go places, and
Right.
my wife's just thankful to have me home. So
You guys are just
College,
little
though,
hermits.
for you.
oh yeah, I did. I went back to school online, so that was one thing.
But you left originally. Like, you had
Yeah.
to leave.
Yeah, I did have to quit school for
Wow.
touring. Initially, years ago. I always say it makes me sound like I'm 80 years old because it was like back in my day,
Right. Back
there
in
wasn't
the day
online
before
school.
they had. Let me tell you the myth of the telephone that laid in a cradle, children. Gather close and let's discuss the old days where we sat in classes. I mean, seriously. So
Yeah.
when did you start going back?
About 4 years ago.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
So I'm finished now, graduated.
Yeah,
all
well
that, so,
done. That's
yeah.
very cool. So, in terms of like what you guys do for a job, because it is a job. I mean, you guys are out there, doing this. What is both the best part of your job and the most? This is not my favorite part of the job.
I think the best part of the job is getting to make music that like points people to Jesus. That's awesome. Like
Yeah.
music's like a powerful thing. So
It is.
being able to be like a conduit to
Yeah.
to write songs that I personally feel like have already been written anyway. They get to be mine for a short time, and here, like Cliff was saying, hearing those stories at shows and emails and letters even,
Yeah.
of how it's impacted people. That's hands down like the best part of the job.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think for me, I have these little moments where, I mean, I know we're joking about a lot of different things, but I know that at the heart of it, you guys just really, truly want to point back to Him. So more than anything else, what do you want people to know about Seventh Time Down? What do you guys truly believe is the heart of who you are as a band?
I think what Cliff said, I mean, just echoing what he said, it's like we hope to
Ditto. Kind of a ghost
populate,
moment.
we hope to populate heaven, and also destroy hell at the same time.
That's powerful. I really like that statement. Populate
It's
heaven,
not
but
our
destroy
statement.
hell.
We've heard friends say it and pastors say it, and you just copying the right cats. That's all we're
Steal
doing.
from the
But
best.
yeah, for me that's it. I think I'm learning how to respond to chaos in the world in a godly, Jesus-y way, and I think if I can, help people figure that out too while I'm figuring it out,
Yeah.
that would be an awesome thing, because I think that's how we're gonna change the world and our culture and the division part of it. I think when people, see us respond the way Jesus responded consistently, I think that's when they're going to want to know who He is. I think the world's heard the same story of what we hate and what we're against as believers for years, and they're over it. I think it's finally time for people to know what we're for.
I agree.
I
agree. So that's what we've learned today with Seventh Time Down, yet another episode of fun. Thank you guys for being here with me today. I'm Bonnie Curry. This is From the Couch.